Last time on the American Crappie Trail, anglers set out to find Ouachita River's 2-pound crappie. While most of the teams came to the scales with less than 10-pound bags, 3 teams rose to the top. The Super Clean team of Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman, the Abernathy's team of Tim Blackley and Paul Turner, and leading the pack were the B&M pros Terry and Cole Stewart with a 2.09-pound big fish and total day one weight of 12.01 pounds. As temperatures continue to soar here in Louisiana, will things heat up for our anglers? Find out as Lucas Oil Outdoor Line and Rockport Rattler present the American Crappie Trail in Monroe, West Monroe, Louisiana on the Ouachita River. At Live Well Checks, the current leaders of the B&M Angler Team of the Year race shared their thoughts on today's strategy.
We've been here before. Boys, a few things going through our mind, but not so many. Just we're going back and try to get a solid stringer right where we fished yesterday. We'll be fishing behind people, I know, and fishing behind ourselves from yesterday, and it's going to be tough. It will be tough. We know that the size that we need live there, so we can try to knock out 3 or 4. If we get 7 in the boat, we got this one more spot. It's going to require our downtime to get there.
Will the Super Clean team of Capps and Coleman make the climb from 3rd, or will the father and son team of Stewart and Stewart hold on with nearly a pound lead over the rest of the field? It's going to be an exciting showdown here on Ouachita River, Louisiana.
Matt, I'm so excited. Day 2. You know, I can't wait to see the weigh-in this afternoon. We got 2 strong teams leading. They're experienced. They know what to do. They know what it's like to be in first place.
Absolutely. You've got Stewart and Stewart that are shooting for their 2nd American Crappie Trail win. When they come through the live well checks this morning, Cole Stewart could barely talk. He was so nervous. It's great to see the passion that he has to crappie fish. The 2nd place Abernathy team of Blackley and Turner did not know if they could duplicate day 1's weight on day 2. They're fishing way up north. There was an enormous amount of rain. They weren't sure whether the water level was coming up and if it would affect the fish.
You know, so whatever you do not miss the weigh-in here on American Crappie Trail.
On the water with Blackley and Turner, they're getting ready to run the river.
Just getting our live well. We're using a cooler today for live well. Come out here to the river, get us some good fresh water, and got some ice in it to cool it down, put some G-juice in it, and we're fixing to go fishing. Go time, boys, let's get it. Didn't take long. 13 seconds, we got a fish. It's a little one, but it's a fish.
Keeper, but we're all in today. We're not keeping nothing that we can't win with.
Back to the same area where we caught some really good fish there yesterday, and it was as bad as I've seen as far as getting a bite. We couldn't even get a small bite. We couldn't sit there and go down in flames. We had this place on our mind, and we did catch some fish here that were sizable. So anyway, we were in a trap over here. I got 2 or 3 other places that I know I could go, but the fish size is not there. The only place I knew of fish of quality size is this lake, right outside this lake, and also in the lake we were in yesterday. So I'm just going with what we know.
With Capps and Coleman having to spend time moving due to their first spot shutting down, will Stewart and Stewart and Blackley and Turner be able to close the door on them?
Fishing out here on the bayou this morning. We got a couple of fish, but one fair, the other one's smaller. We on track, everything looking good, weather's good. We caught some pretty good fish up this way yesterday. We trolling minnows, we've tried some color and different stuff. Seems like they want just a little straight minnow on what we've been doing. We're hoping our batteries will hold up. We threw a breaker last night and we was charging our batteries, and they wasn't charged up all the way this morning. We waited around a little while to get a little extra charge, but maybe it'll be all right. It's gonna be about the only excuse I got if we can't get them, because we can't blame it on the weather.
A lot of these anglers are fishing new water. Will that keep them on their toes? Find out next here on American Crappie Trail.
Lucas Oil's Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Clean up your toughest messes super easy, super fast. Only Super Clean is formulated to do the work for you. Just spray it on and watch the grease and grime wash away. Super Clean is the only cleaner degreaser that is scientifically formulated to kick any mess to the curb, so you can move on to more important things. For all of your greasiest, grimiest, toughest tasks around the house, shop, or garage, Super Clean gets the job done. Super Clean. Super easy, super fast.
B&M Poles. The #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. Third-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
Here at Frontier Metal, keeping our customers satisfied is our #1 goal, and quality is a must. Our managers and founders have more than 25 successful years working in the metal roll forming and building materials industry. We offer a large variety of wood in our lumber yard, as well as the highest quality premium metals made in the United States. Whether you're just looking for an extra sheet of plywood or a truckload of metal for your next project, you'll always talk to a crappie fisherman here at Frontier Metal. This episode of American Crappie Trail is brought to you by Lucas Oil Marine Products, made in America, sold to the world. General Tire, anywhere is possible. Ranger Boats, driven to dominate. Evinrude, the official engine of the American Crappie Trail. Mid-State Seed, firmly planted in partnership. And these other fine sponsors. Welcome back to the American Crappie Trail here on Ouachita River, Louisiana. The father and son team of Jason and Parker Eichwurzel are currently sitting in 8th.
Looking to upgrade. We've got our 7 so far. We just need to steadily upgrade through the day. Seemed like yesterday morning, kind of like this morning, they started off really right under the surface. I mean, top hook maybe 6 inches under the surface. Hopefully we can catch enough today to stay in the chase anyway.
Jason counts himself lucky that he's able to fish the ACT with his son.
Oh, it's amazing. He's been fishing with me since he was probably 5, but he's been tournament fishing for a year now. Really and truly, he's, as far as handling the poles and loading the boat, unloading the boat, he's about as good as any adult I've ever put in the boat with me.
The American Crappie Trail loves to see youngsters in the boat with parents.
Maybe.
Kids on the water means the sport of crappie fishing will live on for generations. Dee Ferguson is fishing this event solo. Sitting in 6th, he's proving that his recon efforts are paying off.
Golly, get in there.
That's the hard part with no partner right there.
Although he did not put a line in the water in pre-fishing, he relies heavily on finding his fish with the help of his electronic units.
I probably depend on them a little bit more than some people. Summertime, I really depend on them. I don't put a hook in the water till I'm looking at fish. That unit's gonna tell you if there's anything there. If there ain't no fish there, there ain't no fish there. You might as well move on.
Dee does admit that there are exceptions, since units might not pick up fish that are really shallow in the water column.
There's times they're shallow in the column and you're not picking them up. Kind of like the past few days. They've been shallow enough that at times you're not marking no fish, but you're catching fish, but they ain't that deep.
Fish high in the water column have been seen by many anglers this week. The Lucas Oil Outdoor Line team are holding on to 10th and have had to change things up this morning.
This morning we started off in Horseshoe Lake where we fished yesterday and caught 9 pounds of fish. Went back in there today and did not catch but 3 little throwbacks. And at 9 o'clock we made a big move and we came back out here. We come to this spot, I don't know, Tuesday during pre-fishing and caught some decent fish in here, pound and a quarter fish. We felt like we could come back in here and at least get us 7 fish for the day, then try to start upgrading. We've caught probably 12 since we've been in here today. Got 1 good fish, had another good fish to get off. We tried jigs, single jigs, but they were wanting minnows right now and they're not too aggressive. A little over 3 pounds out of first. We're going to come in with 11, 12 pounds, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get that today in here, but we're going to give it a shot.
The team of Michael Pelser and Wendell Heath are from Indiana, fishing their first ACT event. Sitting in 11th after day 1, they're making a run at a top 10 finish. They're fishing with a rig unlike anyone else in this event.
A lot of professionals here. It's the best in the world as far as I'm concerned. They've all treated us with the utmost respect. I think they might think we're a little crazy the way we fish, but like I said, we're in 11th place out of 68 teams in this tournament. So what we are fishing with is we have a 30-pound main braid line right here. This is our main braid. We're fishing in the brush, in the sticks. We use a slip cork bobber right here. We have an 1/8 ounce sinker, slide sinker, on a swivel with a 15-pound leader with a minnow on it. That's how we're fishing the sticks and the breakups. That's how we pulled that 205-pound fish out yesterday. So what we do is we just take it and we toss it up as deep in the brush. Where we're fishing here has brush everywhere, so we just toss it up in there. We're fishing about 6.5 foot, 7 foot deep. Get hung up, and either the hook straightens or you break the 15-pound leader and not lose your cork. If we was to break one off, we can be with a new leader and a minnow back on it in less than 15 to 20 seconds back in the water.
Bayou or the river? Stay tuned for more fishing action. We're gonna see it next here on American Crappie Trail.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, gray head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler,
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Land, water, seed, and sunshine. It's what farmers need to make things grow. At Mid-State Seed, we take pride in our partners and grow friendships too, providing quality seed farmers can count on. From quality control to packaging and shipping, Mid-State Seed works hard to distribute affordable product from America's heartland. Mid-State Seed, firmly planted in partnership. Abernathy Cycles, an authorized powersport dealership in Union City, Tennessee. The nation's largest Polaris ATV and UTV dealership. Unbelievable selection. New model ATVs, motorcycles, scooters. Experienced staff with over-the-top service, repair, and diagnostics to keep your vehicle running at top performance. 64 years of the best quality service and the best quality products. Abernathy Cycles, proud sponsor of the American Crappie Trail.
Launching a Ranger aluminum boat that's cut full of holes may sound a little crazy, but with so much closed-cell foam inside, it's easy to see the added safety and stability. It's a huge confidence booster, especially with so much quality inside, along with ever-new D-Tech's unrivaled performance and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance. Ranger aluminum is built to excel and priced to be yours.
Power your Ranger with Evinrude E-Tech. Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces, in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
This episode of the American Crappie Trail is brought to you by B&M Fishing. Quality, performance, and service for over 70 years. Super clean, super easy, super fast, super clean. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. And these other fine sponsors. Welcome back to the American Crappie Trail. As teams head into afternoon fishing and the sun starts to really heat up, will those who had trouble on their day one spots be able to regroup in time? Parati and Baum are in fifth and looking to hold on.
We started out down below and was first fish of the day was a 119. Good sign. And then it's been going downhill ever since. We've only got 4 fish in the box. But yesterday, our bite was better in the afternoon. So we're still a little optimistic. Hopefully, we can get something going yet. We're gonna move here in about 10 or 15 minutes, but it's been very slow. We started in the morning up here yesterday and replaced all but one fish yesterday down in this other hole. So we're gonna hit this a little later. So, we don't know why their bite's not as good today, but it ain't.
The National Ovarian Cancer Coalition team of Jay and Rhonda Reeve had a great day one, earning them the 9th spot.
Fish, 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 fish. Oh, I ain't tangled up. That's a decent one. That might call something. Ooh, he spit it right there. There we go, 2-in-1 net. Now we got the net tangled. All right, get that net put back. We're just going along the edge. It's kind of a drop off on the edge of the river channel. We try to stay between 6 to maybe 12 foot deep, and we're only fishing 6 foot down. If there's a little bit of timber, a little bit of stumps, we will usually catch a bass. The bigger fish are they're just suspended out. They're suspended out here with the bait and with the gar. Water temperature is 87 degrees and we caught fish at 2 foot deep. That makes no sense to Texas crappie fishermen. You know, there's some people in Texas that says spider rigging is boring. They ain't ever done it when the fish are really biting. It is anything but boring.
Rhonda is a cancer survivor that fishes these events to raise funds and awareness for the NOCC. Jay cherishes the moments that he gets to spend fishing with Rhonda.
It's just amazing. She's a lot of fun to fish with. You know, we get to go out, we get to go all over the country and raise money and raise awareness for the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition. All the names that are on the side of our boat, those are individuals and companies that have donated money to the NOCC, and it's just, I mean, we're just so blessed. Number one, I'm blessed to have her still around, and then secondly, we've got so many good friends and so many good supporters out there. It's been amazing. We've been doing this a year and a half, and we've raised over $70,000 for the NOCC, and it's all because of the hard work that she puts in, I guarantee it.
Brian and Darren Young are from Oklahoma and loving their first ACT experience.
First American Crappie Trail. We come to Louisiana because it's summertime. If there's guys at home think they can't compete on the American Crappie Trail, I mean, you're wrong. Never been here before. We're glad we came. This won't be our last one. We'll be fishing a bunch of these.
The Lucas Oil team of Kent Watson and Drew Morgan are in a three-way tie for third place in the B&M Angler Team of the Year race. Currently in fourth here at Ouachita, they're pushing hard to climb to that top spot on day 2.
Oh, get the net, hurry up, come on. Hurry, that's him. That's a big help. That's by far our best one of the day.
We're halfway through the day. If we could just get a couple big bites, we'd end up okay. We need a good finish to stay in and have a chance for Angler Team of the Year. But day's half over.
We're sitting around 6 pounds right now. We're hoping that we can call out some of those smaller fish that we have in the live well right now, and maybe stay in fourth or even go up a couple spots.
Stewart. Big fish, 209. Will it hold up? Who knows? Find out next here on the ACT.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country, right here on Brush Pile Fishing.
B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. Third-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
Welcome back to the American Crappie Trail. Stewart and Stewart are catching, but they're not calling just yet. Terry and Cole have finished top 10 in 2 of the last 3 qualifiers. Terry keeps the energy positive as they push for their first win this season.
Yeah, but that baby, this clock over here is ticking, guy. When it's starting to speed up, man. Yeah, easy. We're taking, bud. Little old pounder there. Pound a quarter, maybe.
Locked in on those pound fish, they're hoping that the bite repeats and things heat up near the end of the day.
Let's hit left pole, bud. Tell me something.
Pulling fish into the boat without the net is a sure sign that they've yet to find that bigger class of crappie.
Like I say, bud, old Big Bite's been tough on us today.
Will Stewart and Stewart's trolling motor power hold up? Will Capson Coleman find a solid bite after switching locations? Will Blackley and Turner be hit by rising water in the north? Find out as we head to Championship Saturday weigh-ins here in Monroe, West Monroe, Louisiana. As boats start to roll through the weigh-ins, anticipation is high as everyone hopes to knock the top 3 teams from their spots. It's anyone's game, and everything depends on having found quality fish and a little luck. With nearly $60,000 on the line, the anglers gave it their all. The mixed youth teams brought in some impressive bags for the day. The B&M team of Kent Driscoll and John Harrison blasted their way up the standings from 27th to the top spot with a nice limit of 10.98 pounds, the heaviest bag of the day. They take their place in the hot seat, proving how quickly things can change on the leaderboard.
Set the bar.
The Abernathy's team of Tim Blackley and Paul Turner quickly took the lead from Driscoll and Harrison with another strong bag of fish. It all came to a showdown. Blackley and Turner against Stewart and
Paul
Stewart.
Turner for all the marbles. 752 to be our next. Got more weight here. Come on up here. And I think you guys got it. 834. 2-day total.
The B&M team of Terry and Cole Stewart take the victory. Maintaining their hold atop the mountain, they win their second ACT qualifier and over $26,000 in cash and prizes. That wraps up the action here in Monroe, West Monroe, Louisiana. The fishing has been fantastic on the Ouachita River, challenging anglers to use everything in their bag of tricks to figure out this newly added ACT tournament fishery. For Terry and Cole Stewart, they're proud to hold the silver overhead once again. The standings after day 2 look like this: Stewart and Stewart, Blackley and Turner, and from way behind, Driscoll and Harrison. Let's go to Matt Morgan and Sam Heaton for their closing thoughts.
Matt, what an exciting and an emotional weigh-in. You couldn't have asked for anything better.
Emotional to say the least. Terry and Cole Stewart were at the back of the drive-through weigh-in. I went and talked to Cole. His stomach was in knots. He couldn't even speak. It was absolutely a fantastic thing to see. He had Jason and Parker Eichwurzel from Mississippi. Parker's a young fisherman. To see that he didn't win and get a little bit tore up because he didn't really shows that the passion in crappie fishing is getting stronger and stronger. We had Harrison and Driscoll from way back in the field to come all the way up to third place and get a nice check. It was absolutely an awesome tournament. The Ouachita River showed out this week.
It sure did. And whatever you do, don't miss next week when we go to Truman Lake on American Crappie Trail.
Don't miss all the ACT action on next week's episode as the anglers head to the hottest jig fishing destination for crappie, Truman Lake, where 1 and 2 pole jig fishing is the dominant pattern, which may force many who spider rig, long line, or troll to switch things up. It's going to be exciting, and you don't want to miss a second of our coverage here on the American Crappie Trail. Stay up to date with the American Crappie Trail. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.